Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Roto and welcome back to my survival world. In the last video, we went over there and we made a villager breeder up on the mountain and started the foundations of a trading hall just over there. Now this video is going to be really good because we're going to actually build up that entire trading hall. But before we can do that, there's a few things that we're going to need to do. Off camera, I did this little bit of framing around the nether portal because I didn't want any mobs to get into it. I also expanded this farm here with an extra section of wheat and also potatoes because I found a potato from a drowned, I believe. And the other thing that I did off camera was I covered this entire island with sugarcane except for this one small part here because I want to build a bridge across that. So this is, as far as I can tell, covered in sugarcane. You do have to have sugarcane directly next to water when you plant it. So this is basically as good as I can get. If I take out some of these blocks, you'll see that there's water underneath them because that is the only way that I can possibly plant sugarcane there. So the first thing that we're going to need to do in this video is I need to buy a bunch of mending books and other things off of those villagers there and enchant all of my diamond tools. Right now, I'm still using a few iron tools, which is not very good, really. I don't really want to use iron tools anymore. They're getting a bit old. I kind of want to switch to diamond. It's a little bit better. So let's go down into the storage room. I'm just going to grab a bunch of emeralds. And then we will also need to grab a bunch of books. I believe I have a few books up by the enchanting table. Yeah, we got 14 in here. I think that should be enough. The one book that I'm very much prioritizing is the mending book. It is really important to have it because I don't want to have to make new tools all the time, and mending can prevent that from happening. If you have mending on your tool, then you can just use XP to heal it instead of the tool breaking and you having to make a new one. So I'll find my mending 10 villager. That's right here. No, that's 12. We do have a 10 somewhere. Is it this one? Yep, here we go. And I will buy as many of these as I can. I think that'll be plenty, honestly. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll buy an extra one just for good measure. He just seems to really want to get rid of them. I'll buy an extra 2. He's really just selling them all. And I'm definitely going to have to trade more of my books with them to get some more emeralds because I don't have enough for many other books. It's not quite enough for a Unbreaking 3, which is also extremely important. Unbreaking 3 is another one that we'll need. So I'm just going to harvest some sugarcane and get some from the base because we're going to need to trade a bit more paper with the villagers if I want to buy more books. We've already spent so many just on mending books, but it's totally worth it. I can guarantee you that. Mending books are a lifesaver. One thing that I like to do is actually combine the paper with leather from cows to make them into books. When you trade books with the villager, you actually get twice the amount of emeralds per amount of paper that you spend. So as long as you have a cow farm, it's a way better way of actually getting emeralds, and it's quite a bit faster. So I crafted up these 2 stacks of books, and now I can just go around to these villagers and trade them, all of them. I'll probably keep a few just so that I can actually make some more books, or not make some more, but actually get some books off of them by some of the enchanted ones. But I'll try to just get rid of a lot of these. And that's all the books. So I'll be making more soon. But now we've got 47 emeralds, so we'll be able to buy quite a few more. I'm just going to buy a few books off these guys like Efficiency 5 and Unbreaking 3 and some other useful ones that they've had as well. And I can start enchanting some stuff now. So I've got this pickaxe on me, this axe, and the one that only has silk touch on it. This one I'm going to have to focus on. I want Efficiency 5 on it, along with mending and Unbreaking 3. We also need to go downstairs real quick and make a sword, a diamond sword to enchant, because I don't want to use the iron one anymore. So we'll grab a couple of diamonds. We already have some sticks in my inventory. So I'm just going to craft this sword up here and we can start enchanting that as well. Looting 3. Okay, I'm definitely going to take that. Just see what it gets me. I think I need to grab some more lapis lazuli. Alright, looting 3. Let's see what it gives me. Just looting 3. Okay, that's actually perfect because now I can just put whatever I want on it. For now, we'll just put mending on it because it doesn't look like I have anything else for it at the moment. There is a sharpness 5 villager over there though. We can go over to the anvil. I'm pretty sure it's better to actually combine the books before you put it onto the thing. So this costs 3 here. We'll do that. And then add mending to it. There we go. And now we will put it onto the pickaxe. So this is a maxed out silk touch pickaxe. We're going to call it smooth, because it's silky smooth. There we go. This is going to be incredibly fast. Like if I mine something, it's like almost instant. It's crazy. So when I'm mining stone, that's going to make it way faster. It's going to be great. We can put the mending book on to something for sure. Let's put that on the sword real quick. There we go. We got a mending looting 3 diamond sword. I'm literally going to just switch that out right now. It's got mending on it anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I use it. And we can start enchanting the axe, which is the last thing that I'm going to do at the moment. All right, we'll put unbreaking 3 and mending on the axe. We'll have to get another efficiency 5 book if we want it to be absolutely insane, but I do not have enough emeralds right now. And there we go. So we've now got a mending diamond axe, a mending silk touch pickaxe, and a mending diamond sword. That's pretty sweet. Now that I'm done enchanting most of my gear, I'm actually going to start working on the trading hall. I'm going to be building it up way bigger than it is now. It's going to be huge. I'm going to be able to fit tons of villagers in it. I'm not sure completely how many, but I hope to get like over 50, maybe 100 in there. Should be pretty good. I'm gonna start with the materials in this chest. I gathered a bunch of these off camera. So we've got dark oak logs and birch, just like we have used here. And then I've also brought along the stone bricks that we used for the floor, some extra stone, dirt for just putting some more dirt around the area where I'm gonna build it. And then there's also some andesite, cobblestone, and some soul sand. There's also lanterns, but that's just going to be for lighting. And then the soul sand I'm going to be using to do water streams and transport the villagers around. So I'll show you guys that later. Let's just start actually building it. I'm going to have to take down a bunch of this stuff here, the fencing. The villagers are going to be slightly exposed for a minute, but I think that should be fine. We're just going to have to build it as quickly as we can so that nothing happens to them. I'm going to start by just getting this dirt and kind of just placing it around where I think I'm probably going to have the full build, just so that it's not floating off the ground. That wouldn't look very good in my opinion. So we're going to make sure it's actually grounded properly. Now that I've built up the dirt around where I'm going to be building it, I'm going to take this crafting table out. We won't need that for a bit. I'm probably going to move it over there, and I'm going to start framing out the rest of the build. So I'm going to continue this kind of design, just 1 block extra in this direction, and then we're actually going to turn it this way and go in kind of a circle almost. So it's just going to be the same amount of slots as we'll have on this side, which is now going to be 5. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and it'll turn again. So we're going to do it like that. This side I want to be the front, and it'll have like a big door in it. So I'm not sure what I want to do about the slots for that side for the villagers. We'll just have to figure it out as we go, I guess. But I'm going to frame out the rest of this with dark oak, and then I'll be right back. So this is the basic design that I'm going for. You can kind of see what I'm trying to get at here. It's just kind of a circular area, or I guess square, but it goes in a circular motion. I'm going to have villagers on each side going all the way around. And I want to do 2 or 3 stories tall probably, so it's going to be pretty big. It's definitely not a small build for at least my standards. I'm just going to fill in all of the actual pods for where the villagers are going to go. This area here is going to be the door where you get into it, and then I'm going to have kind of an elevator system with water streams in the center here so that I can move villagers up and down from each floor. And the outside is actually going to be completely different from the inside. I kind of want to take inspiration from the New York Stock Exchange, where it's a lot of sandstone looking brick. It's got a lot of pillars and stuff like that. I think it looks pretty cool. So I think it would be cool if we get the outside done with maybe some sandstone bricks or sandstone. I guess there's not sandstone bricks, but we could do smooth sandstone and like a lot of huge pillars type things going up. I think it'll look really cool. I'll have to show you what I mean when I'm actually getting closer to finishing it. But for now, I'm just going to get this part done and I'll cut back in a minute. This is what I've got done so far for the first floor. All that I've really needed to do was just make this kind of shape go all the way around. I covered it up with slabs, and then this part here is still going to be the center lobby type area, I suppose. You go down here, we can now walk around in here, and on the bottom floor there's 42 spaces for villagers just on this one floor alone. So when we make the second one, which will have even more, it should reach about 100, so that'll be pretty sweet. Because the first floor has this big gap in it over here where there can't be any, and there's also just going to be more space on the top anyway, so we'll be able to fit even more on the top layer. And here's the original 8 that we have still. I think I want this whole first floor to probably be mostly the librarians. This is pretty cool. I was growing some trees around here and cutting them down to farm wood for the build over there, and one of them grew a beehive. When there's flowers near the sapling that you're trying to grow, there is a small chance for a beehive to spawn with the tree, so this is pretty cool. I think you can shear it or something. I'm not really sure. I haven't messed with bees for a long time, so I'll probably have to do a bit of research on that if I want to not get stung and have all the bees die when they sting me. Just about finished the second floor now, the interior of it at least. The outside is not done at all, but when I'm finished placing in these torches, the actual interior of the second floor, yep, it's completely done now. So if I get out of this place, where is my exit? I think it's over this corner. If I just go out for a minute, you can see that I've pretty much left it bare bones. It's literally a skeleton of a build. The outside looks absolutely disgusting right now, which is why I'm going to build a thing around the entire outside of it so it doesn't look disgusting anymore. Like, if I left it right now, I don't even know what this is. It looks like an alien building. It's incredibly weird. I'm not sure whether I want to put another floor on. I mean, it'll add a ton more villagers, which is nice, but it also takes a lot more materials, like a stupid amount. I've already had to get so much more. Right now I have a bunch of dark oak wood in my inventory that I've had to farm up. Thankfully, I haven't had to go back for more birch yet. It's really wide though. I feel like it'll look better if it's got another story on it. I think I'll just put one more floor on. Just one more, and then I'll be satisfied with it. Alright, so I might have gotten slightly carried away because I'm actually going to be adding a fourth floor. It's not going to be done yet because I'm not going to finish it until I make the outer layer of the building. But I've already made the small compartment for villagers up there. I don't really need a huge amount up there. I think I'm going to keep the really important ones up there because even with just the 3 floors, it was already going to be like 150 villagers or something, which is completely stupid and unnecessary, but I think it's pretty cool to have that many. So I'm not going to complain at all, and we're going to add even more on the very top layer. So up here, we now have an extra few slots for the very best villagers that you can get. I have no idea what those villagers are going to be yet. Probably just mending villagers. In my inventory, I have soul sand, glass, some kelp, and dark oak. And then I also have my water bucket. What we're going to use this for is I need to make the water streams. I've been using these staircases to get between floors, which is really annoying. And if I had to push villagers upstairs, it would be even more annoying. So what I'm going to be using is water streams. Now, if you have soul sand and you put it underneath water, it will make bubbles that will force you to go up. So the same will happen to a villager, which means all I'll need to do to get villagers to the top floor is shove them into the water stream and they will float to the top. At the bottom, that's where I'll start. I'm just going to pop in some soul sand on, let's say, the right side. The left side is going to be for going down, so I'm not going to be using soul sand on this side. I'm just going to have water buckets placed down here. I'll just grab one of these, put it on the bottom there, and then we will put a water bucket there. So now you can fall down it and you will survive. And then I'll just place this glass in here. Oh, that's not glass. I will place this glass in here so that you don't accidentally hit the blocks here. And then it would probably be nice to put a slab in there in a minute so that you can just walk out without having to jump. But then we're going to also place glass right here. We're going to put a button on the floor right in front of it. Water cannot go past the button. If I place a water bucket right there, you can see, well, for one, there's the bubbles coming up out of it, and two, it's not going past this button. So we're gonna have the button there so that it doesn't flow out everywhere and make a big mess. I'll place this one log in, and then I will put the signs on. I guess I only need it on this side, so I'm just gonna do that. Now I can grab my water bucket, and if I just place it at the top here, this right now isn't a water stream because only this top block is a solid water block. So what I need to do is actually remove this soul sand here and grab my kelp. Normally kelp is not very useful in my opinion. I don't really use it for cooking anything, but if you actually build up with kelp inside the water, it turns all of the water blocks into full water blocks instead of just like flowing water. And that means that when I place in this soul sand, we'll get a stream of bubbles going up. It still looks like this one is flowing down, but that's basically just an illusion because if I step in here, we get shot directly up out of it, which is pretty cool. And then if I want to go back down, all I need to do is drop into this area here. So I'm going to do that on each floor, and then it'll be way easier to go from floor to floor instead of trying to go up these tiny little staircases that I keep making. The water streams are all finished now, and this is how I decided to do it. I brought in another pillar here just so that I don't have to have random logs sticking out of the side of this. So on each floor, there's now a new pillar here. And on this floor, it was pretty easy to do. I decided to bring this water up one block so there's no problems with getting out of it. But on the other floors, I decided to just place up the soul sand by one block and make it so that you just walk up a slab onto it, and that's for all of the floors, and then you get to the top. It's pretty much finished now actually, because all that I need to do is do the outside and then the roof, and it'll be completely done. But other than that, the only thing that we'll have to do is actually bring villagers over, and that we won't be actually doing for a while. I mean, I'll bring a bunch over, but there's no way that this thing will get filled up within like even another couple of weeks. Like I don't have any plans on filling this thing up completely anytime soon. There's really no need for it. It would be nice to build a 3x3 piston door here eventually, but I don't have the resources right now for that. I guess I probably do, but honestly, I'm just really lazy, and this video is already going to be coming out late. So I'm not going to be building a 3x3 piston door for this video, but it is probably something that will happen eventually. For the outside of this, I want to use sandstone and smooth sandstone. So I'm going to enchant a new diamond shovel real quick. I've calculated that to be on the safe side, I need to get around 8 or 9 stacks of sandstone to be able to cover the entire outside of this build. So I'm gonna head over there. There's a desert just beyond that portal there. Okay, let's get to building this thing. I've got a bunch of furnaces smelting up the smooth sandstone. They're almost done, just about. I have this one here making more charcoal for if I need to smelt some more. And we'll have a ton of smooth sandstone. So let's grab all of the smooth sandstone. There we go. We have now got 5 stacks of smooth sandstone, so that'll be enough for now. I'm just gonna go over to the front of the building and try to decide what I want to do. All right, let's just bring this doorway out by a block, probably. Maybe one more, actually. Let's bring it out by one more. This is all just being tested as we go. I have no idea how this is gonna look. Maybe it'll look terrible. Hopefully it doesn't, because that would be a huge waste of time if it does. I'm gonna bring this wall up all the way up and then see what it looks like, and then I'll start adding detail to it, like with a bit of designs, and see what I like. Okay, what are we working with? I've been trying a bunch of different designs over the last little bit, and I think this is probably what I'm gonna go with. It's pretty much just a miniature version of the New York Stock Exchange. It's literally just scaled down. I'm gonna do a little bit of variation on the other sides, and then I think here I want to have like a balcony type thing going all the way up, because I can put a staircase in here if I want. There's a lot of extra space. So this is like the dark stained glass, and then that stone there, black stone, I went into the nether to get that. It was a little bit dangerous. I needed to get it because it looks so much better with black stone than it does with cobblestone or like wood or something. One thing that I'm realizing pretty quickly here is that I'm definitely gonna run out of sandstone before I can finish the whole thing. I used up so much just on this front area here, so I'm probably gonna have to make one more trip over to the desert, but that shouldn't be a problem. It really didn't take that long, which is nice. The sides of this building are going to be really similar to the front. The only main difference being I want there to be windows along the top on all the sides other than the front. So the front is going to have that kind of arch thing, and then all the other sides I just want windows at the top so that you can go up onto the top floor and then kind of see out over the whole area. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, there's the first side done, and there's the other side done. There's the last wall. And there we go. That is the finished product. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I feel like it's pretty accurate to how the actual New York Stock Exchange looks. I mean, in a way, it almost looks like a Coliseum just because of the rounded edges here. But I really like how it turned out. I'm actually really happy with it. And like this effect here with the glass in front of the blackstone looks pretty cool. Especially because if I come around to the sides here, you can see I put windows up at the top layer there, and during the day you can't even tell the difference between the fake windows and the real ones, so it's pretty cool. I just added some lanterns around spots that mobs might actually be able to spawn. I'm not really sure if they can spawn on these stairs because it is the top half of that is a normal block, but I have no idea whether mobs can spawn there. I'll take you for a quick tour of the thing. I haven't counted up the number of all of the places in here yet, but I'll put the number on screen right now. And so here's the original 8 villagers that we've got. There's way more spaces now. These guys are gonna have lots of friends in here. Let's go up to the second floor. We've got all the water streams set up with the signs saying which floor we're on, which is pretty cool. Go up to the second one. Up here we've got these little balconies. There's 8 separate ones throughout the thing. Nothing spectacular, it's just kind of a cool detail that you can see if you like. We'll go up to the third floor. It's just basically the same as the first and the second. And then the fourth one is the really cool one. This is where all the best villagers are going to be. We've got way less slots up here, but these are going to be the most important and the most valuable villagers. Here's all the windows. We can see out of them. It's really cool because I can see so far from here with my render distance all the way up, and like it's pretty cool. I can see my house if I want to, way over there. And in total, this building is, I think it's about 20 blocks high, which converts to like 45 feet. So yeah, this is the completed building. All that I need to do is actually put some villagers inside of it, because right now it is very empty. I think this is probably where I'm going to end the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed making the video and building up this huge building here. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like, and if you want, then leave a comment. It really helps me to grow my channel and get more views so that I can get my videos out to more people, which is really awesome. So if you want to leave a comment, that would mean a lot. I really appreciate that. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.